Welcome back, everybody. Today we're testing the track proof pearl and the original track proof. If you like what we do, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications button, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. I want to thank Limerick Bowl for their support. If you're in the area, don't forget to visit Limerick Bowl in Limerick, Pennsylvania. Don't forget to check out Haley's Pro Shop in Burlington, Washington for world-class drilling and coaching. First impressions, the track proof pearl looks to be a pretty strong ball, meaning it can handle a good amount of volume for a pearl. The original proof obviously is also a strong ASIM. Alright, let's get into the details. The track proof pearl follows a pretty successful track proof. With COVID, the proof basically was released at an unfortunate time. A new ball coming out right at the time when no one can bowl was just bad timing. Nevertheless, it was obviously a capable piece, and we saw Bill O'Neill use it several times in championship competition. I guess before we get into the proof pearl, it probably helps to understand the proof solid to start. Both balls use a strong, squarish shaped asymmetric core. The reason why I call out the shape is it usually clues you into the motion they'll likely create. And that is to say, it reminds me a lot of the tactics. And honestly, this is one of the standout characteristics of track balls, even when it was Ebonite International. The core shapes meant a little more even skid hook roll phases, but more specifically a bit of a hook stop shape where the transitions are a little sharper. And from the left side, the Tactics is one of my favorite balls because it was strong enough to be the top of the bag while not feeling like I have to open up the lane tremendously. And that's a huge benefit when you can use more forward motion and not have to worry about covering boards. It seems the proof is very similar in that regard, but even stronger, yet still in the mid-performance line. With the proof, it's just that, very strong and kind of has that aggressive hook stop shape from a big ASIM. That means you want to find oil to get a more continuous motion, but there's also some limit to how open your angles are, but then onto the proof pearl, of course. The proof was ultimately on the strong side for the test condition, and we saw a little touchiness in terms of carry due to that. If your house has cleaner heads, you'll likely get more use from the proof. Onto the proof pearl then, it's clearly a very close relative. It doesn't take the proof from early hook to skid flip or anything. It really just creates a bit more natural length, which allows more stored energy. In that regard, once we had some shots to break into cover, it started to look fairly easy to strike. Now the pearl made the shape a little more, quote, rounded down lane, a bit more continuous. It still likes oil, as the prime response pearl still seems to carry a decent footprint, but it was certainly easier here than the proof. Not a knock on the proof, but rather giving you a reference so that you know when to use it. Because it didn't feel like the proof pearl is a huge step down in traction, you can really step into it if you feel like the proof is just starting to hit flat, essentially. And it doesn't look like you will feel like it'll just go from early hook to skid city. It's very possible that for many house bowlers, the proof ball is the strong ball in their bag for a medium volume, typical house shot, for example. It's slightly higher than medium speed responsiveness, which means above mid-range angularity, but not huge, which means controllable. Final thoughts. Brunswick didn't stray far from the formula that is track, and therefore, if you're a track fan, you will like the proof and proof pearl a lot. It's really too bad that the proof was released right when we shut down. I hope bowlers didn't miss out on a potentially really good release, but now there's the proof pearl to remind you as you get back into fall leagues.